What is up, guys? It's Dan, back with another shot in the dark reaction, back with more Ghost. Apologies for the absence. If you know, you know. Little few things have happened recently, and it's left us in a bit of a pickle. But you know what? What more could cure those doubts and those downs than a reaction and joining my favourite people on the YouTube platform? Thank you so much for everybody's support so far, man. It has been absolutely insane. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very close. Do me a big favour. Be one of those people that hit that magical landmark. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos, guys. And why not join our Patreon right now as well? It's all linked in the description. As you can see, you can get onto our Discord, you can get content before anybody else, and it is just a really amazing place to be at the moment with all the community and everything. It is awesome. So get involved if you can, or if you want to. It really makes a big difference. And to all of the wonderful people that are already joined on Patreon, thank you so much. And my extended thanks as well to everybody who has been so overwhelmingly supportive with everything that's going on at the moment in the life of Dan. It's been a bit chaotic, to be honest, but you know what? I'm really excited today. We're going to be closing down this absolutely incredible album by Ghost, the Skeletor album. We are going to close it down today with their final song, Excelsis, I think it's called, or at least it's pronounced that way. I'm just super excited to get into it. So you know what, guys, without further ado, let's just do that. Getting down in the comments, let me know what you're thinking so far. What's next? We've done the newest album. I'm going to tell you at the end. Stick around, I'll tell you what's coming after this, okay? And if you're in the premiere right now, give us a big wave. Alrighty, so if you're new to the channel, my name's Dan. I'm a singer-songwriter from the UK, and I love to break down songs to the smallest itty-bitty pieces to basically digest them and enjoy the essences that they give off. And we've just been having the best time doing that. So I hope this video finds you well and you enjoy it. Excelsis, it's the last song on the record. I've absolutely adored this album so far, and I've got the lyrics up in front of me here, and I've got my notes up. We are gonna dig nice and deep, guys. Hope you're gonna enjoy this. Let's do it.
It's the end of your penitence.
Ooh.
It is the end of your sadness and pain. It's the return to your innocence. It is the end of a life breathed in vain.
That is gorgeous. We straight in with a verse, by the way. That was a duration 000, wasn't it? Straight in with a verse. I don't remember the last Ghost song I ever heard where Tobias starts singing straight away as soon as the song starts. That's really interesting. But it hits you straight away, doesn't it, in the feels? My goodness. It is the end of your penitence. It is the end of your sadness and pain. It's the return of your innocence. It is the end of your life grieved in vain. So very much saying that your life, as you know it, is coming to an end. It's coming to a close. You know, end of your pain and sadness. So it's like, obviously, feeling though these things are a method of being cured instead of, I mean, this whole album for me, there's been so many little nuances of seeing death from a different perspective, seeing death from a nicer point of view, seeing death from a, you know, a different, nicer sort of, yeah, point of view. Yeah, best way to put it, really. And you're getting that here, aren't we? We're getting that in these lyrics. Really beautiful. The way that he sings in this, by the way, is just further absolute evidence that this guy sings so much better when he doesn't have to cover this mouth. His singing in this album has been extraordinary, and this is beautiful so far. Let's listen to it again.
It is the end of your penitence.
Ooh.
It is the end of your sadness and pain.
All right, cool. So 2 lines at a time, because there's things I want to talk about for that first line. It is the end of your penitence. He goes higher and higher. He tiers the notes as they go higher. But what's interesting is it actually starts with a lower octave than it finishes. So it starts on a lower octave on, I want to say, let me listen to it one more time. One more.
It is the end of
F minor? That's a guess. And a B flat, of course. I heard the B flat, but I needed to see what was between those 2 octaves. There's a lower octave of an F minor, and then it ends on a higher octave of an F minor with a B flat in between, and it gives us this almost lift into the heavens as he's carrying on with the phrase. It's beautiful. Really, really pretty. Sa, sa. And then you've got the opposite. You've got the rise of the penitence line, and then you've got the opposite of that, going into sadness and pain. So you've got these 2 very different parts, and they complement one another really lovely. Lovely. Let's go here.
it is the end of your penitence. It is the end of your sadness and pain.
Pretty.
It's the return to your innocence. It is the end of a life breathed in vain.
Beautiful. Really, really beautifully sang. So pure. You just got this guitar in the background that's just filtering the space, and then there's the bass comes in on it's the return of your innocence line. It slides in, and it's so warm and fuzzy feeling, you know. It's a very this song so far, it's a very warm blanket over a cold situation. That's how I get it. I feel like I'm in the core of the song at the moment. I'm very cold and afraid, but this beautiful warm blanket is placed over my shoulders. That's how I'm feeling so far. Let's keep going.
Everybody leaves one day.
Oh,
I know it hurts. Everybody goes away. You will too. I will too.
God, this is going to be a crier, guys. I'm not going to lie. The way I've been feeling at the moment, I lost my cat recently. And yeah, I've not been feeling great, I'll be honest. But this is actually gorgeous songwriting, because it just sends you so high, and you feel so comfortable. And even in that decline, and in the fall of these parts of the song, you still feel so safe and assured. And this gives it even more of an emphasis on that because of the lyrics. Everybody leaves one day. I know it hurts. Everybody goes away. You will too. I will too. It's saying that the inevitable is we are all only on this earth for a certain amount of time, and some people get given longer than others. But no matter what, we all have a clock and it's always ticking away. But it's saying that in that time, we need to feel, we need to feel like we can keep going. And I feel like that's where this chorus is going. We've come up to the acceptance at this point in the song. There's been this toing and froing in the verse, up and down feelings, right? That's what it is, ups and downs. And then in the pre-chorus, we've got this beautiful acceptance of what's happening. And then in the chorus, that's when it's all gonna lay out. I need to hear that pre-chorus again. That's beautiful.
Everybody leaves one day. I know it hurts. Everybody goes away. You will too. I will too.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We've got a D flat here, which we've not really used D flat very often. We always tend to sit around the A flats, the B flats, the C minors and all that. And we do have those here, but this D flat really changes the tone of the song so far. This D flat in general, and then we get a second measure of D flat towards the end as well, which is intentional. It's an intentional note change, isn't it? It's a note that we'll probably see later on in the chorus. I'm guessing this D flat, but it's definitely changed the mood slightly, become a little bit more melancholy, a little bit more, like I said, a bit more accepting to what we already established. I just want to hear that 2 lines at a time, like we did for the first part, because I just want to establish on the change in his singing and where I feel like he's starting to open up a little bit more.
Everybody leaves one day.
It's the leaves, and that's what I said. It's the D flat, which I think is on the word leaves. It just rises a little bit higher than we've already been used to in the song, but it just leaves enough for the next note in the second line. Really good songwriting. Listen to when it comes in again. It really lifts on that leaves.
Everybody leaves one day. I know it hurts.
See what I mean? Because he did the D flat there on leaves, it still left enough high space in his range to reach a higher note. And that just gives us even more of an elevated feel as we carry on. Such a great piece of songwriting there. Allowing his voice to be at lows and to be at mids, to then be able to reach newer heights in the song and give us a more of a levitated feel. That is really, really, really good songwriting, guys. Do not throw everything at a song until you start to establish where the song's going. Where are you leading your listeners? Do you want them to have everything straight away? Sometimes that's a great idea, but sometimes, like this song, where it's a building, a story, and we've got, different styles of how we're feeling about this particular situation. Really, really good to just leave your listener with uncertainty on where we're going, and to give yourself the edge on that.
I know it hurts. Everybody goes
There's that D flat again.
away. You
This is interesting. These chords that he's playing and the way he's singing reminds me of Lennon. It reminds me of John Lennon and Paul McCartney a lot. In the fact that we're sort of bridging on where a major would fit with all those flats and those minors, and the major just lifts us up even more than we did before to then sink back to that D flat. It's such a good piece of songwriting, this. So we rise, I think, on an E, and then we go back down on a D flat, but it's the second measure of that D flat. As I was saying before, there's a second measure of D flat at the end, which really changes the story. Chorus, go.
Come with me to the rainbow's end. Come with me
Oh,
to the Holy Land. Come with me. You will
ah.
too. I will too. Excel. Excel.
Ooh.
There is still time.
Okay, we're going to dive into that second verse in a minute. I know what you're saying, while you keep pausing. We just want to dissect the song. We want to work out what's going on. I will give this a full listen, all right? That was really interesting. The chorus there, it blended so well with the pre-chorus. It didn't feel like we went somewhere else. We were still familiarized with what was happening before this. Which again is really, really good songwriting, because a lot of times the chorus is the thing that takes us to a place we're not comfortable with, and we get comfortable with it because of repetition and how it's used in the song. This is really interesting because the chorus complements what came before in the pre-chorus, which is really, really cool. And then not only does it complement, but it also repeats, almost like the hook in the chorus is the "you will too," and we already know that hook. We've already established that in the last part, and then we've got this Excelsis, excel. The last two measures of the song, it really reminds me of something else that Ghost have done, and I'm going to try and really rack my brain and figure that out as we go. If you're new to this channel, by the way, I don't edit at all, so this is all in one take, hence shot in the dark reaction. So if I go back and forward and blah blah blah, and it's just a natural human instinct, isn't it? We want to make sure we're not missing things, and we want to elaborate on things that we're talking about. So yeah, that was a really cool chorus. Can we go back to that a little bit further? That okay, here we go.
I will too. Come with me
That's a B flat. Something.
to the rainbow's end. Come with me.
Woo! I love that. Come with me. That's pretty. Nice little run. Me. But it's nice because he slows down the run, almost like it's stepped down instead of me, like a quick run. It's just a very me, deliberately slow run, which is really pretty.
Come with me to the rainbow's end. Come with me
Love that.
to the Holy Land. Come with me. You will too.
So dreamy.
I will too. Excel.
What does that remind me of? Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. That reminds me of a Ghost song. I got to figure that out. But I love that. What an interesting chorus that obviously is going to build further down in the song, isn't it? But it's a beautiful song. Come with me to the rainbow's end. Come with me to the Holy Land. Come with me, you will too, I will too, excel. So saying like, come with me to the rainbow's end. What's at the rainbow's end? Pots of gold. You know? It's about saying like, come with me to the rainbow's end, like, again, like over the bridge. You know, we always say, don't we, cross the rainbow when someone passes away or whatever. Come with me to the Holy Land. You know, come with me, I will too. So basically pass on to whatever's next. You know, come with me and we'll pass on, and because we're both destined for this place in the end anyway. So let's just go. Let's just see it. You know, let's feast our own eyes on it. That's beautiful. Excel. Actually reminds me of like some, like I could imagine this in like a theatre production, like a proper like theatre. Dun, dun, dun. It's really, really cool. Anyway, we're going into a second verse, and if you look here, like the shape slightly changes, and there's more musical instruments sort of making their way into the track now. It's nice. Listen to how they subtly mix that.
Still time for deliverance.
Whoa.
There is still time to make peace with your friend and to return to where there's a chance. There is still time to love once again.
What a beautiful song. There is still time for deliverance. There is still time to make peace with your friend and to return to where there's a chance. There is still time to love once again. It's saying that we should appreciate the time that we're given. Appreciate the time that we have left on this planet. And to use that time to make peace with our friends. If we've fallen out with people, why? There's still time to assemble the bridge that you've burnt there. To repair the olive branch. There's still time for that. There's time, you know, to be in a place where there can be love again. This whole album, it started with a song about peace and wanting to find peace, but knowing that inevitably that's going to be always extremely hard to do. Then in the whole album ends knowing that also death is inevitable. But before we reach that level, we can love again. We can be at peace. It's a great message. A really, really amazing message. But yeah, what's different between these two verses? Because it feels different, doesn't it? I think that the chords are the same. I just think there's more instrumentation, and I think the delivery of Tobias, I actually think Tobias's delivery is a little bit more heated and a little bit more open. And that's what's also giving us the feeling of progression after that beautiful chorus.
There is still time for deliverance. There is still time to make peace with your
So pretty.
There is still time to love once again.
All right, pre-chorus. Are we doing different?
Everybody leaves one day. I know it hurts. Everybody goes away. You will too. I will too.
All right, let's go straight into the chorus.
Come with me to the rainbow's end. Come with me to the holy land. Come with me. You will too. I will too. Excel.
All right, we're heading to a bridge here. I just thought I'd play those two lines, those two sections out, because they are relatively similar to what happened originally. It's just that the delivery of the singing is slightly more pushed to give more of a emphasis on progression. Like I said earlier, progressing through the song in different ways. Everybody leaves one day, I know it hurts. Everybody goes away. You will too, I will too. Come with me to the rainbow's end. Come with me to the Holy Land. Come with me, you will too, I will too. Excel, excel. Gorgeous. So honestly, a lot of that was very similar to what already came, which is, again, that's good songwriting, because your listener, you want them from 000 to 602. What I mean by that, you want them for the full duration. And to get your listener to really stick around, what's awesome is to give them things that they're already settled on. I listened to a song called The Darkness in the Heart of My Love, and the first time I heard that, I heard it live, I instantly knew all of that song, because it doesn't change in any place. It sits where it needs to sit, and I wouldn't change that. And some people would look at that and say, well, that's just an easy song, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's not necessarily a bad thing. And I'm not saying that this is an easy song, because it's not. There's a lot of really, really elaborate ideas here, especially the Excel. That's very unique to me. I have never used that style of singing in a chorus before. Having just a standard word finish the chorus and lead you into a different place. Very, very cool. Anyway, we're going into a bridge now, which is going to completely change everything. I know I haven't talked about too much of a nodal thing, so I'll quickly just elaborate that. There's definitely, it starts with F minor and B flat. We've got that, right? We've already got that. We then go to a D flat, which is the weird one, wasn't it? The weird note that was a little bit strange. Which then goes to a C minor on the I Know It Hurts, when we start to raise it up a little bit on those two little platforms, which is really cool. In the chorus, we already established a B flat. We get another measure of that, and then this is what I didn't talk about. We actually get an E flat on the me's of the song. So come with me, those bits. We get an E flat. That is quite interesting, because You Will Too is standard E, and that's why on the ends of these me's, when it goes to that You Will Too, it slightly raises a half step again. And this is what I mean. These are deliberate steps forward in the music, and it's subtly done, to a point where you feel like you're consistently raising up, you're excelling. I don't know whether that's an intention in this song, because if my head has this right, I think, I haven't heard the bridge yet, but I think we're going to get something where we use the "we will too" line, that note that we use for that "we will too" line. I think we're going to use that more in the bridge, because that's been the sort of subtle half step change, the E flat to an E. I think that's going to get used again, maybe for a solo. I'm excited to find out. Let's do it. Clapton vibes. Back to the chorus. Yeah.
This is the end of the avenue. I am afraid of eternity too.
That's how it ends. Wow. That's just like, the ending is just this absolutely huge section from the bridge all the way from a solo back to the pre-chorus, back to a chorus, loads more of those excel parts, and then we end on like a reverse of the verse, a reverse. That is really quite cool songwriting, isn't it? Very beautiful storytelling. Let me just go from the middle section. I think I was right. I think there is a standard E to start the bridge. Okay, we've got an E, then a G flat. B flat, a B, regular B, and then G flat.
As levees are breaking,
B,
washes away all the wrong.
E flat. There we go.
Past indiscretion
Yeah.
and states.
There's half steps.
We are all sailing to the gates.
Alright, I love that. So, as levees are breaking, a flood comes. We've got that beautiful low resonance again. What's happening there? We're closer to the mic. We're dropping from our head voice, and we're not using this head voice anymore. We're very low in our chest area. As levees are breaking, a flood comes. And when you do that and you drop it all down, you drop it down into this chest area and tense a little bit more your neck muscles. Lower that mouth position. You'll get that lower resonance that we're getting there.
Past indiscretions and stalemates. We are all sailing to the gates.
Solo. Yeah. The tone that's on this guitar, it reminds me of Eric Clapton. It's like an overdrive pedal. And there's like this, it's the way that it's mixed as well. It's very, very, very Eric Clapton. Just sounds like it's crying. Got two guitars happening, and they're doing octaves. It's really, really, really nice.
Everybody leaves one day. I know it hurts. Everybody goes away.
Beautiful harmony there.
You will too. I will too.
The you will too and the I will too, for me, they're very dreamy. You will too. Almost like he's shifting from one side to the mic to the other, like panning left and right. And it's creating this pendulum. It's like a pendulum swinging. And it's like quite dreamy in that.
Come with me to the rainbow's end. Come with me to the holy land. Come with me. You will too. I will too.
Ooh, some really nice harmonies under there.
I will too.
I will too. You will too. You will too. Really cool.
Excel. I am afraid of eternity too.
Beautiful. So we've got the bridge. As levees are breaking, a flood comes, washes away all the rubble. Past indiscretions of stalemates, we are all sailing to the gates. As in saying, like, the levees are breaking and a flood will come. So a flood that's going to wash away, you know, all of this stuff that we've assumed is so important in our lives. You know, all this drama and all of these hatchets that we've you know, we haven't buried. They're all eventually, they're going to be meaningless. They're going to wash away. And we're all sailing towards the gates together. We're all going in one direction. Regardless of what we did originally, we're all leading to that one direction where the gates are. And the gates is death. We're all leading there. Regardless of what happened for past discretions, stalemates, you know, all of that, it doesn't matter, because we are all leading in that direction. And at the end, this is the end of the avenue. I am afraid of eternity too. Saying that actually, he's being real here. He's afraid of dying, just like you are. Really, at the end of the avenue, it's almost like we've ended the record. I am afraid of eternity too. But what is eternity? Eternity in death? Or the idea of being able to exist forever? Is that what we're scared of? Because we always say this, don't we? I'd love to live forever. I'd love to. But if you live forever, you'd watch everyone you know and love die, and you'd be on your own. And you wouldn't be able to experience, you know, having to have bucket lists, or, you know, oh, I've always wanted to, I don't know, try a certain food or something. Like, you wouldn't give a shit because you could just do it at any time. You wouldn't have that feeling of need and want. And I think that's what he means by that. I'm afraid of eternity too. I'm afraid, like, you're afraid of death. I'm afraid of eternity. I'm afraid of consistently living. That's what scares him. So I read that wrong. He's not saying, oh, I'm afraid of death as well. He's saying, you're afraid of death. I'm afraid of eternity. I'm afraid of living longer than the people that I love and seeing those guys go before me. And that's a really, really good way of looking at it. You know? That's really pretty. What a great, poignant song. And I mean, we've already established that obviously this is the end of the album. I've heard the entire album now. And I'm just going to say, let's head to the talk section. I'm just going to say, I'm not going to talk about how I felt about the album as a whole. I'm not going to talk about my favourite songs or my least favourite songs or any of that. I'm going to do a separate video addressing Skeletor as an album review. It's going to be a big old video, and we're going to talk about the highs and lows, what it made me feel, what it made me think, and all that wonderful things that music can do for us. Yeah, we'll do that on a separate video. But I just want to say, I've adored this album, but I've further adored it because I've come into Ghost listening to their back catalogue and all their hits with you guys. That's been special in itself. Then going to my first ritual with my wife. That was incredible. Then this album dropped like not long after that. And being able to just steadily listen to the new in Skeletor, and then just filter in the old that I haven't heard, and hearing those differences, where we're improved, where we haven't improved, where we could go eventually. Because never say never. You might like a song, I don't know, like Zenith, for example, which is completely different to anything they've done since. But they could go down that road because they're capable of doing that. I've really, really enjoyed my trip with this album, but I've extremely enjoyed being able to share my views of music in these really long videos. There's this thing that I keep getting when people comment and say they don't want to see these long videos. I'm not forcing you to press play. You see the duration before you press play. That's up to you. That's completely up to you. And I understand it, because some people don't have time. But that's how I'm doing these videos. I'm not editing them. I'm not, just overreacting. I'm reacting the way I would normally in one take. I don't do another take. That's it. That's done. And the imperfections, they're left in there for a reason. It's supposed to be a pure reaction. That's what Shot in the Dark's all about. So what I'm trying to say is, this album, it has really genuinely opened parts of me that I didn't know needed opening. I didn't know some of these feelings laid dormant still. And I could have got really upset to this song because of the nature of what he's talking about, but because of how the album happened, I don't feel upset to this song, because I get it. I get what the message is of the album, so I'm accepting it, and that is pure magic. Because I've never agreed with anything that death relates to other than the grief and the sadness, and this album has made me think of things in a completely different and unnatural way, and made that unnatural way feel more natural. Extremely good. Extremely good. Guys, if you enjoyed that video and you like these styles of video, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos as well. And why not head to our comment section, or our description section rather, and have a look at the Patreon, guys. $5 gets you everything you see there. I'm not gonna, absolutely overcharge. It is the minimum I can charge, $5, and that will get you access to the Discord. That will get you videos before anybody else, behind the scenes footage, all of the awesome things that you see in this list, and probably a little bit more as well, maybe some covers as well. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed that, please make sure that you leave some lovely comments, and I don't mind constructive criticism, absolutely not a problem. I've improved this channel with the help from you guys, I really have. But at the same time, some comments I look at and I'm like, that doesn't really help. It just is a thing. I just don't get some of them, but it is what it is. I can't please everybody. But anyway, look at these beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you so much to all of you wonderful people, and everybody that's pressed that play button, and everybody that's subscribed. Hopefully we'll hit that 1,000 subscribers soon, and I'm going to do something really special for that, so stick around for that. And until then, guys, love you lots. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, see you later.